Hi, my name is Nicole, and today I'm going to be talking about the CEQA process involving Native Americans. So first of all, I want to start off by explaining what the CEQA process is, which is the California Environmental Quality Act, which was enacted in 1970 in order to achieve environmental protection at a state level. Following this act were a couple of bills that were created to provide Native Americans with greater representation in the U.S. So the first one that I would like to talk about is the Native American Heritage Commission. So in 1976, the California government established the Native American Heritage Commission, NAHC. This was a primary government agency responsible for identifying and cataloging Native American cultural resources. Through this legislation, it allowed for Native Americans to have an established representation in government participation and cultural resources. The purpose of NAHC is to protect Native Americans by preventing irreparable damages designated to sacred sites, as well as to prevent interference with the expression of Native American religion in California. Overall, this act gave Native Americans more representation at a governmental level. So the next bill I would like to talk about is the Assembly Bill, also known as Tribal Consultation. So this bill is directly related with CEQA, and it requires CEQA to update Appendix G to include tribal cultural resources. It was an effort through CEQA to work towards acknowledging and respecting the importance of certain Native American plants that were used for traditional purposes. The bill focuses on reviewing the potential impacts to tribal cultural resources, and the details on the tribal cultural resources, or what defines that, are further explained in the California Native American Heritage Commission's Sacred Lands document and California Historical Resources Information System. Now I want to talk about the Chumash and ethnobotany because I want to provide a specific example of a Native American tribe that put great importance on tribal cultural resources. So the Chumash are very well known for their relationship with ethnobotany. Ethnobotany is the study of cultural uses of certain plants. The Chumash had a variety of plants that they used for medicinal, edible, and cultural practices, whether it was plants for medicine, plants for their daily food, or just plants for basket weaving. There's also a number of books that have been written on this and have been published in order to share this Native American knowledge with the world. And the act that I was talking about earlier, the Tribal Consultation Act, actually ties in really well with this because it shows how the CEQA process makes an effort into taking into consideration that Native American tribes have a great emphasis on plants and the natural world around them when it comes to their traditions and their cultural practices. And it makes an effort to recognize potentially significant effects that a project could have on their land. The relevance this had to me and why I picked this project was because I am currently doing a land restoration project at the Slow Botanical Garden, where I'm creating a 2-acre garden that's representative of Chumash culture through plants that have medicinal, edible, and cultural purposes. Overall, I found this topic to be very important and interesting as we try to incorporate Native Americans into the CEQA process and incorporate them to give them a greater voice within the government and making decisions for their tribes. Thank you.